What is going on, Nitro gang? Happy Saturday night, Nitro. Give me a couple minutes here. We will get set up. Although I am already basically set up, I got a jacket on for some reason. Man, why is Hybrid over here wearing a jacket, wearing a sweater underneath? What is going on? Well, all that and hopefully a sickening fire up today. Now, I am a little bit later than normal on these streams, guys. That's because, well, I was out adventuring, all right? You got to get things done on the weekends because guess what? On this channel, there's zero BS. And I have to make a living like everybody else. Benjamin Martinez, how you doing? We got Michael Sucha, Jim Palazzalo, how you doing? We got Tara Curry here in the stream. Boosted RC, it's Burnsy enjoying the late lives. I appreciate that, man. Who else did I miss? Christine P is here with us right now. We got Monty Kriska. I'll give the rest of you a little bit of a shout out. We got Big Boys Toys over here. Happy to see you here, man. Now, listen, guys, you were here yesterday with me. Well, some of you were, and that's okay. Not everyone can attend every single day. Listen, we don't know each other anything other than a good, positive, ethical conversation. That's what I think matters. Nitro Pimp will probably be joining us here in a little while. We got Jerry Morales, UBLK94GT. Thank you guys for being channel members. Rock and Rolla. Now, guys, you might have seen this on the channel previously. Anybody remember the Jammin? Ray Coral, thank you, bro, for that super chat to the channel. I appreciate it. I got plans, my dudes. I got plans that are bigger and deeper than the Grand Canyon. We got our good old buddy JP's RC here, man. How you doing? All right, Nitro Pimp enjoying some Chinese food. Why don't you tell us what you got? Now, Nitro Pimp, I have a sneaky suspicion you probably got either orange chicken, chicken and broccoli, chicken lo mein, boneless spare ribs, maybe some kind of fried wonton, although I wouldn't personally pick that. I don't like them too much. They kind of suck if you ask me. I definitely don't see you as an egg drop soup type of guy, though. Did you get the egg drop soup? Curry chicken, and that's surprising. That's surprising. Now, a little more on that Works engine in a little while. I got plans for that. My dudes, stuff is about to go down. Now, I'm not gonna say why I'm late. I'm gonna tell you this. I got new internet today, a new internet provider. Why do you think I'm streaming outside right now, everybody? I'm just curious. Why do you think I'm streaming outside right now? Oh, yeah. Did you see that Novarossi? That's the one that was all exposed and reassembled yesterday. But the question is, why am I outside, my guys? Is my internet actually worse now than it was before? Do you think that's even possible? Give me a hell yeah if you think my actual internet got worse than it used to be. Because you would be surprised. The answer to that question is yeah, it actually got worse. Okay? I thought that would not even be possible. But my internet actually got worse than it used to be. I just did a speed test, my guys. I'm paying for 1 gigabit. You understand 1 gigabit? Gigabit is a lot. That's literally a lot. That's real fast. 1 gigabit is high gigabits, baby. Before I had about 500 megabits per second. Doubled. I go into my room. I got 1 megabyte on a speed test. 1. Did they make some kind of router that like does not go through any walls at all? Because if that's the case, then that's literally the router they gave me. Okay, I'm going to complain about that probably tomorrow. Right now, I have a job, and the job is to yell fire in the hole. Now, I know our former VP, Corey, he was a big fan of the Jammin divisions. Hopefully, he gets a notification. Corey will show up. He's been asking me to, I don't want to say asking, but more like interested in firing this up for multiple years, I think now. His late great brother, Brett, was a big fan of the Jammin Ofna series. In fact, I think he had a couple, probably 3 or 4 of them. So if Corey's here, let's give him a big hell yeah. And if not, he'll probably watch it later or something like that. So hopefully, you know, we don't want to forget our good old friends on the channel and, of course, in real life, my guys. Anyway, internet trash. It could not be any worse. I cannot believe it. So when I did a speed test earlier in the day, it was at like 700. 700 now. It's at 1. I'm getting 1. Okay, that is very tough to do. That is basically 56K modem speeds, guys. 56K. We got Rick Hermosa. How you doing? Pinker RC. Happy to see you here. Now, if Melissa's here in the stream, I can please ask for a little bit of tea. It's real cold outside, my dudes, but I cannot quit, and I will not leave until we might have a runner here today. So let me talk a little bit about what this is. I got this particular truggy a while back, and surprisingly enough, you know, you would think that you could put pretty much any non-pull start engine into anything, but no, you need the correct low-profile engine mounts. I'll talk about that in a little bit. I already, JNYC, how you doing, man? Happy to see you here. If we can get a little T there from Melissa. Could someone please type in T for Melissa? I mean, more like for me. Okay, let me go get some tea, guys. Do you want to see what I look like right now? I look like Kenny from South Park. Hold on a second. Let me show you what I look like right now. You want to see what I look like? Hold on a second. My dudes, I look like Kenny. I'm Kenny from South Park out here. I don't know what to tell you. I'm Kenny from South Park. All right. I tried to do the stream, Gas 155. How you doing? Tried to do the stream inside. I couldn't even do a speed test. It was garbage. Okay, Paige, how you doing? Happy to see you here. All right. You know, when I say hello, Paige, my Melissa over here thinks it's my ex-girlfriend. Okay. You're not. All right. Thanks for the tea, boo. All right. Gotta get a hell yeah to the tea. All right. Guys, let's wish Nitro Pimp a great day tomorrow. He is going on an adventure. I'm not going to say what it is. He can't say what it is, but I'm not going to say what it is, okay? We all have our own little plans, and I don't want to ruin your plan, bro. But what I do want to do is warm up my hands on this tea, and in a couple minutes, we're going to hopefully fire this up. She forgot the sugar. Forgot the sugar. Sickening. All right. All right, so let's do a quick overview of the chassis. I probably haven't shown this one on the channel much because, well, you know, sometimes you get such really nice things that it's hard for you to actually want to run them. You know, I know many of us here on this channel, many of us have really nice things, but some of us prefer to run average things. And guys, I'm not embarrassed to say I'm one of those people. If it's average, count me in. If it's below average, count me in double. All right? That's all I'm saying. Let's take a look at this. And I got a starter box nearby. Got the VP fuel. All right, back to the Jammin. We'll do a quick little chassis overview, and I'll tell you guys why I picked this particular one. This one actually was not my first choice, but based on what I have, it turned out to be the only choice. So let me take the body off. This already had a real nice engine, just so you know. So it didn't need an engine. Let's get this closer. So this one, it's a proper Ofna Jammin truggy. As we take a look around, we have pretty hardcore milled shock towers, beefy units, factory shocks, you know, a little bit of Sandy's cat hair. That's okay, you know what I'm saying? Nitro Racing Power, there's no video on this. I never actually did a video on this, but it's all good. We have a carbon fiber entire upper deck. The chassis is good. We have aluminum supports. This is the only one I'm missing a little bit of the radio electronic boxes in, but it's literally not a big deal. So this is the Novarossi P5 XL from yesterday, the one that I, well, assembled from relatively not so great parts after a lot of cleaning. Could have done a better job over there, but you know, who the hell cares? Let me ask you guys a question for those of you that might know. Why do you think Dan doing things? How you doing, bro? Dan with that sickening Volkswagen Beetle in the thumbnail. You gotta appreciate a proper thumbnail, you know what I'm saying? People's thumbnails these days are like AI. I don't appreciate no AI. You know, I was watching a short little documentary yesterday on, you know, the possibility of super intelligence. And the truth is, AI is just regurgitated human programming. I'm sorry to tell you the truth, but in this universe, there in fact is no such thing as random. Even random number sequences have some repetition that they go through. And that's just the case, just like this tea. Okay, could I get a hell yeah for this tea? Oh baby, oh baby. All right, so we got the Nova engine installed. We got the correct Novarossi pipe. And the situation with something like this is there's basically usually around two types of engine mounts, right? There's ones that are meant for pull start engines and ones that are meant for sealed backplate engines. And in this case, you really have to use these correct engine mounts or else the starter box will not reach the flywheel. We got Jake Lomain. How you doing? Jake Lomain, great Lomain order. We got All Aspects RC. How you doing? Michael James, happy to see you here. John Gone. That's right, trying to stay warm. Only RC Nitros enjoys story time, but I'm not going to keep too much with the story time. You know, today is a bit of a late stream, so I'm going to start and getting ready to yell fire in the hole. By the way, for those of you that are looking to get a Nitro, do me a little bit of a favor if, like, you know, you can. Get yourself that Serpent buggy at A-Main. I'm telling you, that is like the top-notch premium Nitro buggy right now for the money. I put a link. It's good. If you want a Savage X, they're in stock. If you want a Savage XL, they also in stock. Okay? I don't have to whisper. They're in stock. All right, bros. So what do you think is going to happen? You think we're going to have a run over here? By the way, if you remember, this was legitimately like a parts engine. Yeah, cleaned it in the ultrasonic cleaner like 2 times. And, well, that's what it was. All right, so we're going to do this. We're going to do a little warm-up for a, hopefully a fire in the hole. The electronics are not connected. I'm just using this as a chassis with a fuel tank setup. So let me do a little warm-up. It feels like it has good compression on the bottom, so I'm not too worried about it. So what do you guys think? You think we're going to have a fire up? You saw the condition of this engine yesterday. It was pretty much horrendous, right? When I assembled it. Well, I don't want to say horrendous, but, you know, when I got it, it was beyond horrendous. It was, you know, horrendous-ing. Yeah, horrendous-ing. That's what it was. Guys, I can't move around my phone too much. I had a bit of an adventure just now, so I actually came home when my phone discharged, was complaining to Verizon all day, you know. So I'm going to heat this up a little bit. What do you think is going to happen? You think we're going to have a little fire up? By the way, I don't know if this will run, but I sure hope it will because otherwise I will have bought a bunch of junk engines, right? At least one out of those 4 should run, I think. All right, then doing things goes, it will fire right away. John Gone. I don't even know who A-Main Brett is. Who's A-Main Brett? So let me tell you this. I don't have they don't call me, I don't call them. I just put links to their products. As people buy them, I'm happy. That's basically it. In fact, I wasn't going to say this today before, guys, but like... Horizon Hobby out there is sending people non-disclosure agreements, okay? They sent me an NDA. Who do they think I am, Vince McMahon? They think I'm going to make something up? They think I'm going to expose them for some truth, reality? Sent your boy Hyber over here a non-disclosure agreement. You know what, Horizon? You can suck it, Horizon. Or I don't even like you. I like A-Main, baby. Could I get a hell yeah for that? They think they're going to send me a non-disclosure agreement? I was actually going to do a video about it, but I'm afraid they're going to sue me. Yeah, don't know who Brett Bowen is. I don't really, you know, hang out with those dudes. I'm like my own guy. Yes, it's quite surprising that a channel of my level, you know, in terms of subscribers, I don't care about those guys. okay? They don't care about me. I don't care about them. They want to do Arma Mojave Grams. I say, don't send me one. I say, look at the T and send me a Nitro. And they say no. That's okay. It's no big deal. There's always a bunch of used Nitros for sale. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to cry at night. Nitro Hooligan, how you doing? Sickening username. I actually thought your name was Nitro Hogan. Guys, honestly, somebody should get the username Nitro Hogan. You know Hulk Hogan? Nitro Hogan. That would be quite impressive, I think. Somebody should literally make their username Nitro Hogan. But for real, don't know who A-Main Brett is. Don't care about that guy. All I know is Horizon Hobby sent me a non-disclosure agreement. And I'm not going to sign nothing. First of all, I don't have any private information. And if I did, I wouldn't tell you to go buy electrics because I don't give a shit. Okay? There you go. And hybrid never curses, but that had to be done. All right, so it's not really that hot. I got to warm it up a little bit more. We'll prime it and then fire it up. Non-disclosure agreement. Horizon Hobby over here thinks I'm some kind of Vince McMahon figure. I ain't no sellout Vince McMahon. I don't hire young secretaries and pretend that I'm giving them jobs that they deserve when they have no formal training. What do they think I'm doing? Oh, out of butane. Well, that better be enough. That better be enough. All right, my guys. What do you think is going to happen? James, how you doing? That's right, Nitro Pimp. They're stupid new releases. I don't care when their new releases come out. Some people care. I'm not one of those people. All right. Let me flip this around. I have basically my phone is charging because I wasn't prepared to do this. But guys, I go far and wide for a proper stream. So what do you think? Do I deserve a fire in the hole? I'm going to flip this around. And well, basically watch me doing it. Pretty straightforward. Ain't no funny business over here. Guys, by the way, just so you know, I'm going to be cool with you. I'm not going to ask you to sign a non-disclosure agreement, okay? Like Horizon Hobby asking me to sign an NDA. Who do they think I am? What are they going to do, sue me? Go ahead. What are you going to take? I sold my Prius. I don't even have the Prius no more. You want my $5,000 Murano? Go ahead, take my 5K Murano. The transmission is half dead. Sickening. They think they're going to sue me over here. Go ahead, sue me. I'll go to court and make a YouTube video out of it. Sick. Right, let me get the positioning here correct. Honestly, bros, you gotta take a little bit of an issue with that, okay? I did. All right, that's right, sued gang. Yeah, good luck. Good luck. What are you gonna get? My $5,000 Murano with a half-dead CVT? Good, yeah, enjoy. You'll do me a favor if you do. All right, I'm gonna get you know what I'll get instead? A newer Murano with a 20% dead CVT. All right, so the carb is closed. It should be at idle, basically. Let me see which way is forward. So it has to spin this direction. All right, so it's gonna be this direction. All right, my dudes. Trying to get me to sign an NDA. What do they think I am, a sellout? No, that's a no. Right, how's the stream quality? I gotta tell you, Verizon really, they're trying to play me with their internet service. It's not good. I thought it was good, it's not good. It's shit. All right, gotta prime it. Let me just make sure it's spinning the right way. So forward is this way. All right. Well, it's not that hot, but I'm gonna blow in it, get a little fuel going. Right, bros, what do you think is gonna happen? Will it be a runner? This, by the way, this is the parts Novarossi engine. So even if one runs from that junk lot I bought, I'll be happy. Oh, I'm gonna loosen it a little. Someone yell fire in the hole, my dudes. We got close to 100 viewers. If you can, give it a thumbs up. That'll be quite appreciated. SLC, how you doing? Heine Scorner, creative username. Creative, very creative. And I said it because you know why? I don't care about non-disclosure agreements. And if any of my neighbors want to come say hi to the stream, why don't you just come over here and say hi, everybody? Just come do it. Sickening. They think they're gonna get me. They ain't gonna get me. Right, bros, it's the moment of truth. Damn, this internet quality is real bad, right? I'm gonna pause it. I can't even see what you're saying. Holy shit, is the internet quality real bad? It's probably real bad. I'm gonna have to fight them tomorrow at Verizon. I'm gonna have to show up and fight them. All right, fire in the hole, maybe. It sounds okay. All right, I'm gonna tighten it up a little bit. It might need a little more fuel, I don't know. It's gonna get there. All right. That was better than nothing. I need it to run for like a minute at least, then we'll know. Damn. Raise the idle a little bit, but my dudes, it's a runner. I'm gonna raise the idle through the idle screw. Could I get a hybrid hell yeah, please? Someone just yelled damn across the street. They yelled damn. Oh, it's not even hot actually. I think this engine might not be totally toast. All right. Might not even be, it might only be 50% toast. Gotta raise the idle a little more. It's hard to see. I can't see where it's connecting right now. Sick. I'm gonna raise it a little more. All right, I did about 2 hours. think, huh? Not bad. Seems okay. Yeah, JP, I know what you're saying. We got a runner. What do you think about that, guys? Can't kill a Nitro. Let her run a little. Dude, it's cold. Yeah. Something wrong with that clutch issue. Sickening. Not bad, huh? Nitro Hooligan, this is Jammin. Ofna Jammin. All right. That's it, my dudes. I plugged it up. It's a little too smoky out here. I mean, we got ourselves a sickening runner, in my opinion. Could I get a hell yeah? The idle seems okay. I gave it a throttle a little bit. I think there's some kind of vibration coming from that clutch bell. It's possible. I mean, I shimmed it pretty good. But yeah, JP said that they always basically sound kind of like this, which hopefully, you know, whatever the case is, I gotta take a look at that. But yeah, we got ourselves a sickening repair, I think, today, my dudes. What do you think? Dude, the engine isn't even hot. And I think, what, I have it running for like 2 minutes? I mean, you know, you got to run it more, obviously. But I'm going to look over it right now. It does appear to have no leaks really anywhere. The exhaust looks efficient. There also does not look to be any kind of bearing leaks. I was, Ray Coral, thank you, man. I was real worried front bearing would be leaking on this, but it appears that it's actually in a very good shape. I would have already seen leaking. By the way, I put in a 19-tooth clutch bell. It's probably way too giant for this, but listen, if you want to go fast, you need tall gearing. Okay, how you think they made the 1954 Corvettes fast with a 2-speed power glide? Or was it a turbo glide? Or was it some kind of glide of some kind? Maybe Astro. I don't know what kind of glide it was. It's the name of the Corvette transmissions, by the way, everyone, that I'm talking about right now. But yeah, we got ourselves a runner. I also want to test another engine in this, but obviously not right now. Can I get a hell yeah, everybody, or what? So this is going to be the next one that I'm going to attempt to test. In this one, this is also one of those pretty much junky engines, right? I think this one might actually be worse. This one, when I spin it over, it feels actually, that's right, Dan, doing things goes power glide. That's right, power glide. So I think major success, bros. Come on, that was like a legit junk engine that is now in a vintage Ofna Truggy. I mean, I don't think it gets better than that, to be honest with you, right? I got to go through it. There's a little weird vibration in there, so I got to track down what the vibration is. This is going to be the next power plant for, installation. This one might actually need a repinch, and it's missing the carb throttle arm. But, I cleaned it up a little bit. It could use a little more. This one didn't actually go in the ultrasonic cleaner just yet, but it might in the future. Tarek, bro, super thanks to that donation to the channel. With the hell yeah. I appreciate that, man. So this one, I think for sure, though, just based on spinning it over, this is an old Works B2, probably from about 2010 era, I would say. It feels a little worse. It feels a little worse, but there's still a good amount of pinch. Now, these old engines, they're usually quite adequate, so even when they feel like crap, they might still be average runners. I think this particular Novarossi has exceeded its lifetime in terms of sickening levels. What do you guys think? Now, honestly, I had an engine in this Ofna buggy, but the problem is I don't really have a platform that can run an engine like this. The reason is the flywheels are pretty small, and you need something that sits real low in the chassis for the starter box to hit it. And this is really the only chassis I had, right? This one, do you guys remember which engine this had? So special thanks to you guys hanging out here with me today. I'm over here in jackets drinking tea, but still making Nitro great again in the damn cold. By the way, did anybody notice this USSR logo over here? I didn't buy this cup, I swear. I swear I did not buy this cup. This cup was actually given to me as a gift by a customer. Back when I was a Nissan salesman. The guy was so happy with his Nissan Versa Note. You guys know the Nissan Versa Note? It's like a small hatchback. Actually, a pretty comfortable car for what they were. I was genuinely surprised by how comfortable the Nissan Versas were when they came out. They had big seats, no armrest, but they had big seats. And the guy loved the Versa so much. I don't know if it's a troll joke or not. He gave me a communist cup. It's a sickening joke. It's literally a joke on me. You know what I'm saying? But it's okay. I'm all good with that, my dudes. All right, T-Gang is done. What do you guys think? Should we do one more fire in a hole? It's always a good test to fire engines you're kind of testing out twice. So I'm going to see if I could do a second one. This one I just might do by my lonesome, depending how things go. Because, bro, unfortunately, I don't think I could do a stream inside my house ever again right now because the quality is just so bad. They really went out of their way to make it look like it's good, but then it's bad. That's honestly worse than what Popeyes did to me with their chicken. Do you guys remember I showed you their chicken yesterday? Mini Mechanical, how you doing? All right, so I'm going to put this one back in. But if I can get like 2 engines out of those used ones I got to run, I'll be pretty satisfied. Only real bad thing on this particular one, yeah, this cooling head is basically, it's a goner. Maybe in the future, if you look at the side, it basically looks like a parabola. That's a parabola right there. I tried to straighten it, but it didn't work out too well. In the future, if I'm able to find like any kind of Novarossi P5 cooling head, because there's basically many generations of them, I'll probably just replace the cooling head. But those are not going to be cheap. They're probably going to be like $50 at least, right? But really, it's all just for aesthetics. I personally don't care about that really. All right, I'm going to try to do one more fire in the hole. And let me check the compression actually in the bottom of the flywheel before I do anything. So when you rebuild an engine, they might all seem good, but then the compression takes a tanker. And nobody wants to be in a tanker when the tanker is going down. You know what I'm saying? You want to be in a tanker? All right. Also, as you guys know, I got to polish this pipe. I see some good advice right here. I have like some polish cleaner, for like aluminum. So I'm going to do that over time. This was just, what can I stick this into today to fire it up? This was basically what it was. All right, so let me just test out the compression of the flywheel on the bottom. All right, it's actually real good. I cannot even spin it over. I literally cannot spin it over at all. So the compression is real tight. It's basically like, I don't really watch sports that much, but that position, tight end. I heard Kim Kardashian plays that field position quite often. The tight end position. She plays it, back end, tight end type of stuff. She plays that quite often. But here on this channel, we don't play made up positions like that. We We yell fire in the hole, and we mean it, right? We don't need no tight ends. That's not for this type of genre, my dudes, okay? Keep your tight ends to yourself and keep the nitros alive. All right, so I'm gonna do one more attempted fire in the hole. All right, so I guess we could put electronics into it next time, right? Question is, does anybody remember the way I had this positioned on the table? I'm gonna have to go back to my own video to see how I had it positioned. Well, the thing is, I already forgot how I had it positioned, so I guess we're gonna have to restart. Tight end, my ass. Let me tell you something about tight ends. All right, here we go, we're back. Tight end. Why they gotta have such fruity names for sports? Tight end. Say things that you... There's a hole, and then there's fire. I mean it, okay? What the hell's a tight end? Tight end, my ass. All right, I forgot which way it goes now. All right, so it's spinning right. It's spinning this way. Spin right. I think it's this way. Good, spinning this way. This is spinning this way. All right, my dudes, what do you think? We're gonna have a second fire up. You always want to do two things, you know. It's not because of OCD or nothing. Just because a new engine, you want to see if it fires up again. Tight end. I mean, honestly, it cannot be any fruitier. You know what I'm saying? It's like fruit in the hole, fruit in one right there. Right, guys, come on. Give me a hell yeah for a fire in the hole times 2. All right, let's do it, baby. Fire in the hole. Hold on. I can't see because it's dark out here from this side. This might be good. What the hell is going on? If I had a light on top here, that would be great. Sometimes you get it, sometimes you don't. Tight end would get this right away. Damn tight ends. Fired up good. What's up, Texas, bro? How you doing? We got a runner, Texas Hill. Novarossi, baby. I heard that. Nope, still doing it. All right, my dudes, shut it down. Shut it down. All right, it runs. There's a little bit of noise. I got to take a look at it. It's probably the clutch setup. I use, normally like metal shims. Usually like to use the Traxxas Teflon shims, but ran out of Teflon shims, so I had to use metal shims. It could be that. Otherwise, there really shouldn't be any noises from it, really. There's nothing that I think could make that kind of noise, other than obviously the rotating parts, which are, the clutch bell accessories, really. All right, Dan doing things, thank you, man, goes running good. Texas Hill goes doing good. So, yeah, the compression's real good. The head is garbage. Maybe one day I'll find a head, Pave Smith goes, take it to parking lot 8. Maybe I will tomorrow, bro. Maybe I will tomorrow. Might go down. I don't know. Actually, no, tomorrow. Actually, no, I can't do it. Tomorrow's it's pretty much a big, important day. Tomorrow is Melissa's doing a walk for breast cancer, right? So she's doing a walk, so she's not going to be home with me all day. They're doing a walk there, so I'm actually going to go participate in that. We wound up donating some money, right, to the breast cancer walk thing. So that's basically what we're going to be doing tomorrow, for a couple hours at least tomorrow. So I forgot to mention, I was going to mention it last week, but I forgot to mention it. But yeah, tomorrow's the breast cancer walk or whatever. If Melissa wants to bring the shirt, I could show you guys the shirt. She even bought a damn shirt. I don't think the world is ready for my kind of humor, to be honest with you. So I could bring that, but they're just going to be like, why are you trolling us out here with the RC? This causes cancer. It's actually a walk to cure cancer, the breast cancer type of stuff. So I think we're going to show up Nitro free tomorrow, really. But yeah, tomorrow's a pretty significant day. If Melissa wants, I could show the shirt that she got for it. I don't know where it is, but she could show it if she wants. So overall, pretty sickening, right? Yeah, Paige Smith, no problem. I mean, it's not a problem for me. They're organized. I just got to go walk. It's not a big a deal. But it's important, right? Next up, I'm not sure if I'm going to keep this engine in here. It's actually real cool. Compression is real good. This was just like my test chassis for now. But I think I need to get some kind of chassis platform with that's set up for a non-pull start engine, because I need those, basically the low profile engine mounts. Yeah, these engine mounts that came with this particular Jammin are pretty unique. I haven't really seen many like this so far in my recollection, really, ever. But once again, Melissa, you want to bring us your shirt or what? I don't know what she's doing right now. She's probably reading a book or something. I was told I got to be nicer to Melissa, so Melissa, let me just say I love you, okay? Is that qualified for today? Am I off the hook, Melissa? Am I off the hook, everybody? Okay. It might come off that I'm mean to her, but trust me, I am not mean to anybody. I genuinely care about people's feelings. And Nitro tunes. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Nitro pump is correct. I need the particular Ofna mounts, usually, yeah. JP's RC got 3 Jammins. These pretty sickening truggies, really. I'm not particularly a giant truggy fan, but this just happens to be, I think, the only chassis that I could just put a motor in that'll actually fire up with a starter box, just because the way the engine mounts are positioned. I actually put this motor in, just so you guys know, earlier into the Sportworks buggy, and I tried to fire up that Sportworks buggy, right? Those engine mounts are for a pull start engine. They're completely different, and the starter box did not reach. I was like many millimeters away from the starter box reaching. Melissa, you want to bring us your shirt or what? I don't think she's watching right now. It's all good. Can't expect people to watch or do or say or act or think much at all times, especially when you're sleeping. Okay, and that's a true statement, my dudes. That is a true statement. All right, so I got a couple minutes here to discuss whatever we want to discuss, so shoot. Overall, at least one of those engines has been brought back to life. But the other ones, I don't know. It's gonna be a challenge. This particular Works one, I definitely think it has less compression than that particular Novarossi. That's why I chose to basically repair that one first. Melissa, are you up? machine that up. I'm over here outside in the cold, got no internet. Oh, Big Boys Toys with a sickening new in box Mugen MBX8T Eco. That's a proper chassis. Yeah, I just don't really have anything that's like set up for a starter box, right? Like you need those engine mounts. The other problem, and you guys should have called me out on this. You didn't call me out. I'm a little bit upset over that. You know, you should have called me out. This particular one has a small flywheel. So there's a couple sizes. This is a 34 millimeter. So normally they're a little bit bigger than that. This is, you know, like a low profile, small, lightweight racing flywheel. But normally, you know, if I had a larger flywheel, I could probably put this into a regular style buggy without the low profile engine mounts, I think, everybody. What do you think about that? Oh, my computer battery got low battery right now. All right, my dudes, I'm going to be here for like 2 more minutes. It's not a really long stream. I just wanted to see if this would fire up, and it did. All right, let me go to some viewer questions here, if there are any. Yeah, Nitro Pimp goes bump start flywheel standard 40 millimeters. This one is 34, so it's legit extra small. But this is, you know, like a race platform, so it's set up to basically use that. But any other chassis, I tried like the Sportworks. It was, dude, it was like a half an inch up from where the starter box could get. It was like a half an inch up. You know what I'm saying? That's too many inches. Half an inch is too much. See what you guys are saying. All right, guys, I'm going to be here 2 more minutes, not doing this for too long. I got some stuff to do today, and I got to go to bed early because I got to walk in the morning, okay? For the breast cancer awareness, I got to walk. Right? You want to go walk? Go ahead. Doing it for Melissa. Got to show her I care. Well, we all know I care. Spotty Jack, Ray Coral, thank you, bro. JP's RC goes, hey, bro, the Savage flywheel works. You could pretty much, yeah, you're right. You could use any flywheel you wanted to. The thing is, this buggy has a relatively unique clutch. I might go back to like a Savage clutch, honestly, but I just wanted to see what it would be with literally how I got it. So I think the clutch is not very good anyway. It kind of engages early. All right, Dan doing things, man. Thank you, all my channel members and viewers and supporters. I hope you guys are out there making a change for the positive in life, whatever it is. Whether it's a small RC restoration, whether it's supporting some charity, but make sure it's an actual charity. Make sure, you know, they're real. Okay, there's a tendency today for people to donate to inexisting fake causes. You all remember what happened? I was actually talking to Melissa about this in the car just before, about the hurricane in Puerto Rico a couple of years ago, where they collected some money and built 6 huts with $6 million. Yeah, that one. That's a fake one. Nitro Pimp, thank you, bro. You know what? We're going to put that after the fees towards the walk tomorrow. So, Melissa, open up your donation page, boo. Open it up. Thank you, Nitro Pimp. We're going to put it towards the breast cancer awareness. All right? And, yeah, it'll be good. It'll be better than nothing. I was going to talk about it last week, but I forgot, to be honest with you, man. I was pissed at my internet. Sickening. What was I talking about? What I was talking about. You guys want to hear about Chipotle today? The guy put the sour cream on one side of the dish. Like, let me ask you something. You know, you go to Chipotle. I was just talking to Nitro Pimp about it before. There's a reason why Chipotle has, like, oval bowls. The bowl is oval, right? Why would they put the sour cream on one side? The guy did that on purpose to piss me off as a customer, obviously. He was having a bad day. He's like, let me give this guy the sour cream on the freaking all the way on the right side. He can't even enjoy the correct layering of ingredients in Chipotle. Why would they give you a bowl that's an oval if that's the case? It's stupid. You know, I don't ask for much. I ask for proper layering of that. Okay, Nitro Pimp goes, take the MGT. Okay, man. Sure, probably fired it up today, then, right? I gotta go check. I think it has. There was some reason that I ran it last time and something happened. I don't remember. I gotta go check. All right, I don't know if Melissa's gonna like that because like she's gonna have her mom there. You know what I'm saying? And you understand like our hobby as like men. People, many people think that these are toys, and they're not toys because they're works of art. So they just don't understand the proper sense of humor of men. You know what I'm saying? You see right there, Melissa goes, she's not taking any RC to the track. She got no sense of humor when it comes to that, bro. Like, how is me taking a RC to the track gonna ruin the cause? It ain't gonna ruin the cause, guys. The cause still exists. But people get their feelings hurt easy these days. But you know what? If I can not hurt one person's feelings, I'll do that. Okay, I'll do that. So, guys, I'm gonna say thank you so much, Nitro Pimp. I appreciate that. We're gonna make a donation with that because Melissa will probably hurt me if I take the MGT. She's going with her mom. Her mom ain't gonna like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't think she likes this hobby, to be honest with you. I think she hates it. Okay? She calls her up before. John Steve, thank you, bro. She calls her up before. They're like, oh, where you guys going? Where you guys going? I'm going to Jersey. Dimitri gonna go buy another RC. I already saw. I saw the rolling of the eyes. I saw the eyes roll. Okay, through the phone, the eyes rolled. But it's okay. We're not gonna let ourselves get put down. And with that, my dudes, go out tomorrow. I know Nitro Pimp is gonna be making some deals tomorrow. I'm not gonna disclose what it is. Andy Barnett, thank you, bro. And don't roll your eyes at anybody for their hobby, unless, of course, I'm gonna say it right now. If they're into cosplay, you know, cosplay, COS play, that furry nonsense, you can make fun of that, okay? I'm gonna say cosplay, not good, okay? It's pretty stupid. You have these adults right now dressing up like superheroes. It's stupid. I'm sorry, it's stupid, okay? Only time you get to dress up is on Halloween. Let's be realistic here. Cosplay, stupid. There's this new one about some kind of gymnastic Dora the Explorer. This chick just goes places and does like flips all over the place. Who cares? She's like an 88-pound girl. All right? Listen, any 88-pound human could do that. You ain't exceptional Dora the cosplaying Explorer troll. All right, so with that, leave me a comment. So let me know what you think. Cosplaying, don't do that. Don't be a furry. Don't buy stuffed animals, put them on your bed. Don't do that, okay? Be a good human being. Donate your time to ethical, legitimate charities and help move the human movement forward, however you define that. So, guys, thank you all so much. See you next time. All right, take